Hi guys, how are you? Well, the guys are done hunting deer for the year. We got one more day, two more days. Tuesday, no, one more day. Wednesday. Today is Tuesday. Sorry. They had one tag left this morning. They filled that. I had lunch with the boys at noon, so I didn't make it home till about 2:30. They'd already started cutting up deer, and I will take some video of the processing and the cutting up. Um, but we cleaned up the butchering room after they got done tonight, and I got time. I have to go out and um, turn off the fan because everything's drying out. So I had some time. I got wood in the fire. Let's open these packages. I got one here from the Coin Crew. That one's going to be last. That one's going to be a good one. I got one here from Durban. It'll be second to the last. And I got one from, let's see here, See Happy Chappy and Second Chance Stacks. It's got SHC/SCS. So I don't know if they are a husband and wife duo or not. I never don't know, don't really understand. But well, I went to a site last night. It was a metal detecting site that I subscribed to. That Alaska's assassin had told me about. And my God, that was some really informative. One guy was sitting there panning some pay dirt. Another guy was showing rocks, ore bearing rocks and other rocks. And another guy was just the moderator of the whole deal. And I'll tell you what, that was informative. I got some information I didn't know. Um, I asked a question right at the end that I didn't get an answer to, but I would like. If you have a let's say a quart size or a fist size piece of quartz. Hi, Mrs. Coin Crew, how are you? Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker, how are you? If you got a piece of quartz this big and you think it's got gold in it because you see flakes, might be pyrite, might be gold, but you can't test it unless you get it out of the rock. Uh, it, aside from having a commercial rock crusher, how would you get the gold out so you could test it? Just smack it with a hammer and kind of contain all the shards and bits and pieces and pick a piece of gold out of there and see, or what? That would be my guess. Would be to smack it with a hammer and get a piece of gold out of it, and then squeeze it with the pliers and test it. I did find out last night that if you're testing pyrite, and it is pyrite, it will shatter when you squish it with the pliers. And if it's gold, it will just squish because gold is softer. I didn't know that. I have some information. Now I have a rock that I want to hit with a hammer. Because I found one piece that's got a fleck in. I thought it might be gold, so I kept it. But it might be pyrite too, being in northern Iowa. Really not any big rivers here to wash gold or mountain ranges, but there could be some here because I watched people pan in Minnesota, right in Minneapolis, right in Rochester, in city ponds and stuff. So yeah, there's gold all over, a little bit anyway. So I just wanted to know. And then last video, I don't know, or last live, I showed this. We found this buried on the farm out here. This is a cannonball. You can tell it's a made cannonball. But I thought it was absolutely fascinating. I've kept this for years now. That's the only round ball we found here. We haven't found any um, like mini balls or anything, small balls that you would find in a musket or a flintlock or a cap and ball gun. I haven't found any of those, but we sure did find that one. And not metal detecting either. It's just like digging in the garden. So there's stuff around here. But anyway, let's the guys are done deer hunting today. They got their last one this morning and they started processing this afternoon. I think they got 3 or 4 cut up, and they'll start in earnest tomorrow. But I will take video of the process in my butchering room, and you guys will be entertained. Most of you will be entertained. Some of you will be disgusted, just disgusted. But that's what deer are for. Deer are to eat, and that's what we do with them around here. We treat them well all year long, and then hunting season comes, we kill a few and we eat them. That's just the way it goes. And my thumbnail I put on this live was from last Christmas, a year ago. All three of my daughters and my wife. And I'll let you guys decide which is which in there. You can look at the picture and blow it up and do whatever, but tell me which one is my wife and which one are my daughters, and then go from oldest to youngest. I would like to see if you can do that. All right, I got a little time, so let's open this bad little. There ain't much in here. These are race winds. I know this is a race wind. I had one good night in the last 6 months, and I won a few races. And some of that stuff is starting to come in now, so we'll just open it up and see what it is. These other two packages from Durban and from Coin Crew are auction stuff, so I'm interested to see what's in there. All right, empty. We have another one. All right, what do I get out of here? Oh, we have one. It is a. Ooh, yeah, baby. I wanted one of these. You see that? I got a tiger snake. Yeah, I wanted one. It's a 2022, but this one is exceptionally nice. I mean, really, really nice. I don't see any marks on that thing at all. And I have another one of these. I think it came from, I think Tiger Stacker sent me one of these. So now it's got a twin. Very nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll put that right up here. That's cool. I like that. I like that coin for some reason. I don't know why. It's got a really, really nice snake on it. Nice packaging. All right, we'll do Durbans. I think I know what's in here, but I'm not sure. He didn't have a auction yesterday. Yeah, he didn't have an auction yesterday. Today is Tuesday, right? Let me check my calendar. Oh, yeah, today's Tuesday. So, he didn't have an auction yesterday. He might have been, the last few days he's been feeling kind of ill. So I don't know if it. Well, he had surgery on his elbow. He tore a tendon in his elbow and had to have it reattached. So he had surgery, and that's why he wasn't here. Was it Friday? Yeah, last Friday. So he was laid up there for a little bit. I don't know what he did, but he tore that major tendon in his elbow and had to have it reattached. And I know as a guy that used to work, I was sawing down old steam pipes up on the ceiling of a business that I was working for. And I was using a ladder instead of the hydraulic hoist like I should have been. But they told me to go ahead because somebody else was using it. And I tried turning around on there and blew my knee out. Just blew it out. I mean, I tore all the quad muscles off my knee. Had to have surgery twice because the first time only half of it held. And then the second time they held. But that was on my right leg. That hurt. That really did hurt. Yeah, I'm thinking this is currency. Old currency, I think. But we'll see here. I know I got currency from Coin Crew. I thought. Nope, I got a Christmas card. All right. Peace and joy to you this Christmas season. Joe, Diane, and Bibby. 2024. And for those of you who don't know who Bibby is, she's a sassy young girl, German Shepherd. And she is our new puppy. And that little girl is sassy. She is a sassy dog. We'll put that right there too. All right. Let's look at the uh-oh. Fall down. Sure. Let's look like the invoice and see what we got. Oh, two auctions, right? Yeah. And oh, my Pennsylvania and Minnesota, Illinois to ship quarters that are presents already. Um, Presents for Christmas for my daughters and their boyfriends, husbands. All right, so we got something there. We got. Oh, they were already shipped. She said. I just paid for them. They just sent the. All right, that's what it was. She just sent the invoice. They were already shipped, and there's one in here. This is a Canadian quarter to 65. Pretty sure I got a bunch of them, but collect them nonetheless. 65 Canadian quarter. We'll just put that right down there. The other ones are the ones you're going to want to see. I did get one small nickel. You know, the fish scales. You guys like to see them. I know you do. 1912. Yes, sir. I'm missing a 1916 yet. And a 1910, I think. It's getting kind of hard to see. So let me see what I can do for you. Oh, quit doing that, you. Yeah, fish scales. Let me see. I'm not real sure who the king is on this one. Or queen. I have to look. This is King George the Fifth or Seventh. This is King George the Fifth. King George the Fifth. Well, maybe we can get a better view of it like this. Yeah, there's. I gotta bring it closer for you. The back side is the best side. The back side is the best side. Uh, uh, Good. I needed that one. I needed a 12. I didn't have that one. If anybody else collects Canadian out there, I have extra of those fish scales, those small nickels. If anybody wants to trade years, I have certain years I have two or three of that I can trade. So that's not a big deal if you guys want to do that. If you know anybody else that collects Canadian, because I don't know a whole lot of people who collect Canadian. One, two, maybe, but then I got two large cents. These are like the United States large cents, but I have an 1918 and 1919. I think I needed both of those too. They're like the United States large cents, but oh, do it like that. Now I don't know if you can see it at all. Oh, kind of there. It's kind of like the American large cents, but I mean it's the same size as the American large cents, but oh man, I don't know. Try without the light. That's shit. That's junk, man. I'm gonna have to clean some lenses here, but I think you can see it better like this. There's King George on there too. As they look like on the back side. Nope. Be like that. It just says 1 cent, Canada, and the year. But I like the the artwork on the outside. It's almost like a fish scale, like on the nickel. It's a vine with leaves on. I like the intricacy. You know, I have a look. Hold on a second. Let's see what we do have here. For large cents, 1918 and 1919. Nope, I have them already. They have 16, 15, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. I need a 10. Oh, I got a 20 also, 1920. I got a 1900, 1901. I need a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8, I think, for the large cents. And then for the, let me see, the nickel. What was the nickel? That was a 1912. Yeah, I needed a 12. I got the 10. I need a 16. I got 1899, 1900, 1, 2, 2H, 3, 3H, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 I need, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then if we go backwards into the 1890s, I have only a couple of those. I have a 90H, a 91, and a 99. And then I have a few, or 93 I have. And then into the 1880s, I got 80, 80H, 81, 82, 80, 83H, 82H. Do I have an 84? No. Don't have an 84, have an 85. I do not have an 86, 87, or an 88. I have an 89. Oh, I got an 86. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to go through and put them in order here shortly. And as far as that Caribou quarter goes, 1965. Yeah, I got 3 of them. So now I got 4. No problem. If it's Canadian, I want it. But if I see somebody else bidding on it and they want it really bad, they can have it. If it's something I don't have. If it's something I have, or if it's something I have, if it's something I don't have, we're going to have a bidding war. So that's the way that goes with Canadian stuff. That's just me, though. You got the second light? Cool. I just wish everybody would hit the like button. Everybody forgets. It's not a big deal. I'm not monetized. Don't expect to be monetized. Don't want to be monetized. You want to know why? Because you got a whole bunch of different rules and stuff. It's all crap. It's all crap. If you make money for YouTube, then you get monetized. You get so many likes, so many watch hours, so many subscribers, blah, blah, blah. Big damn deal. All right. We're going to open this box with something I got from Angry Warrior Tackle Box. This little bugger here. You see how big this is? It ain't very big, but it's sharp. I carry this one on my belt now, just for everyday stuff. It's kind of a neat little knife. I was actually out there skinning deer with it, showing guys that you don't need these great big goddamn knives to skin a deer. You're mostly pulling it anyway. You're not cutting. You're not cutting most of it. You're just pulling. So let's see what Mrs. Coin Crew has packaged up for me. I think this might have been the auction where I spent more money than I wanted to, but hey, I had to. Somebody has to. Right, Mrs. Coinkers? Somebody has to do it. It's a dirty job. I probably shouldn't have spent that much money on this auction because it was, because it was, it's, you know, December. It's Christmas time. Ooh, another trash bag. Okay. I use them for trash bags. Don't really need them, but I got them. All right, so we'll take that box and we'll throw that out of here. I don't like them boxes. Understand you got to use them, but all right. This first one, oh, that one's got to stay over there. Look at this. This is currency. $0.25 Canadian. These are just cool. I really don't even want to take it out of there, but I will for you guys so you can see it without the writing on it. Isn't that a neat bill? What I think it says neat is Dominion of Canada, not country, not principality, but the Dominion of Canada. January 2nd, 1900. It is just a little bit squished right there. But other than that, that is a perfect note, man. I'm going to slip that back in there before something bad happens to it. I think I bought another one of these too. Maybe on the other auction. I don't know. But I don't really collect paper money. Currency notes. But I'm telling you, man, I hate that. Go in there. When I saw this one, yeah, I knew I had to have that one. Come on, go in there. Yeah, I knew I had to have this one. Yeah, it's got a little fold right down here, if you notice. Right there, it's got a little fold. Not much, but a little one. So that's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's just dump all this stuff out, should we? Dump. That's something else got to go over there. That's last. And this box is what is over there. Slides right out. Now, you guys know I don't buy or collect a lot of United States stuff, but somebody let me have this 21 Morgan dollar for cheap. It's a Denver. I thought it was cheap anyway. Got all the pertinent information in it. .858 troy ounce of 3/9 fine silver. And it's a Denver mint mark. So that's kind of neat. There it is, man. That's the only modern Morgan I have. I have some older ones, but look at that. Ain't that shiny, man? Shiny. That Morgan is one of the nicer ones I own. I don't own a lot of them, but okay. Now, if we just flip this thing around like this, that's the way it should be. 180 degrees out. It's what it's supposed to be like. All right. Oh, it's got the neat little, you can use this as a little stand-up tray if you want to put it out on your desk or something. I don't know who would want to, but you might want to. We'll set it. We'll set it like that, and we'll put the. That goes over there. Oh, some more. I have more bills. We'll put all of this stuff over there with it. We'll put that all over here. All right, let's take a look at these. We got more. Why are you sending me your grass? You're sending me your grass, Mrs. Coinker. Look at that. I got grass. See? You're sending me your grass. Did you charge me extra for that? I gotta look at chat here. People always accuse me of not reading chat because it's over my right shoulder. I can't see it. What am I right about, freaking? Oh, you're recycling. I see. Cheaper than issue price. Yeah, I thought it was too. So, hey, Dale, how are you, buddy? You like the new name, huh? Well, you know, these are some more of those 25-cent notes. And I got these a lot cheaper than the other ones. I think that they're not as nice, but I got two of them in there. And they're not as nice. You can see on the edges and the corners, but I thought it was a good price for those. I think they're nice. I like them. I do. I really like them. And, you know, collecting all things Canadian, old Canadian, I will certainly buy them. What do we got there? Let's put the nickels in the, we'll put them over here like this. The nickels and stuff. And then I got 2 or 3 older things. Let's get that out of there. This is another Morgan. I don't buy a lot of Morgans unless I can get them in the $30, $40 range. I really don't. I'm not a Morgan collector. I like piece dollars better than Morgans. This is a 1921 Pinot. It's got a mint mark, but I can't see it. Old eyes, old eyes. I thought it did. It does, but I can't see it. Yep, it's an S. There's an S mint mark right there. So a 1921 S. That's not a bad coin. Not a bad coin at all, I don't think. It's dark, nice and dark. And then these three, are some more Morgans. I must have been on a Morgan spree, or I got them cheap on the other. Here's an 1835. I think that one's a D or an O. What, let me see. O. An 1835 O. 1835 O. And this one's pretty shiny. Not bad. That's not a bad coin. Not a bad coin at all. Yeah, it doesn't cartwheel, but you know what? That's not bad at all. That's one of the better looking Morgans I have, actually. Aside from that newer one over there. That's fine. I like that. And then this one is an 1830. And this one is shiny too. I mean, it doesn't have a mirror background, but my God, they're good looking. And this one has no mint mark. There's my loop. This one has no mint mark, so it's a P. But yeah, that's in 1880. Sorry, 1880, not 30, 1880. But look at the detail on the hair and everything yet. The feathers are all perfect, even the neck and head feathers. That's a good looking coin, man. That's a good looking coin. I gotta turn it so you can see it. That's a good looking coin. I'm not gonna lie to you. Those two coins are really good looking. I am honestly surprised. Honestly surprised. And then this one is a 1921. And why this one's in a 2x2 and not those other ones is beyond me, but this also has no mint mark. So it's a filly. A little bit of wear right on the middle of the breast feathers, but head, neck, wing feathers, everything is good, man. Everything is good. The hair on this side looks really good too. Yeah, Liberty's not worn off of the headband. The hair, the ears, eye, nose, lips, everything looks good, man. Yeah, those are some decent looking coins. Really decent looking Morgans, man. So now it's 60-20. Oh man, I'm gonna have to step up my game with the peace dollars then. That's not bad. I like that. We got a bunch of Morgans, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Like I say, I don't buy a lot of Morgans unless I can get them reasonable, and then I'll. And the only reason I own Morgans at all is because my grandpa, when my dad was dying, and we stayed at his parents, so my grandpa and grandma, well, my dad's side, three of us boys, my older brother and me, and the one younger than me, and we stayed with them, and we helped with chores. We broke ponies. We did a lot of stuff for young boys. We played cowboys and Indians on horses. We raced horses. We broke them to drive in chariots and wagons, four-wheel wagons. We broke them, period, to ride. I don't know how many times I got bucked off and hurt myself, or a runaway pony through the trees and I caught my mouth uh, on a wire that he had hung up for dogs, just at the right height. Just caught me in the mouth, chipped to my two teeth, and that was it. And knocked me off the horse. Anyway, enough reminiscing. We did get one piece of platinum. I asked Keith if he had any platinum back there. He said yes, he did. He had 1 gram. And so I got a 1 gram of PAMP platinum. And I'll try and buy a little platinum here and there. I think I should try and buy a little more palladium. I think I have 1 gram of palladium. I'd like to have at least 1 gram of rhodium, just 1 gram. But I do have about, what, I don't know, 23 ounces, 24 ounces. I want 21, and then I want 1, 2, 3, 24 ounces. What's 24 divided by 3? So each one of my daughters is going to get, I have 3 daughters, so each one of them is going to divide the gold, platinum, silver up between them, and my Canadian collection, and then they can do with it what they want after that. That's part of my estate to them. Is that right there? Platinum, gold, and silver, and then whatever palladium and whatever else I have. I did get this one was really interesting, and I don't know why anybody didn't bid a little bit more on it, but I have a twin in silver. This is 1 gram of Germania gold, or Geiger gold, sorry. Geiger bar in gold. 1 gram Geiger bar in a nice little square case with a little hologram on the back. And I have a, is it in here? Do I have it in here? Yeah, here it is. Here's this twin right here. A gold and a silver. 1 gram Geiger. Now, if I can get a tenth, quarter, half ounce twins, that would be great. But I knew I had that Geiger in here someplace. And 1 gram for what I paid for it of Geiger, that's not, I didn't think it was too bad. Yeah, pay a little bit much for it, but that, I didn't think it was too bad. So, but that's what auctions are for. And then the final piece we got a just a tenth or a quarter. It's a tenth, I think. Oh yeah, I got a Panda. I think this is an actual tenth. It's 1984. Yeah, 1984. Ah. Wow. I'm telling you, my eyes are getting bad, folks. Yes, a 1/10 ounce. A 1/10 ounce Panda. I think you maybe see the Panda right there. Little temple. If I can get my fat ass finger off it. Little temple right there. But yeah, you can see the Panda pretty good, pretty clearly. A 10th ouncer. I got a couple more Pandas. I don't really like Pandas that well, but it was a decent price. So what the hell? I'll take it. What's a 10th of an ounce? 3.11 grams, right? I paid less per gram for the Panda than I did for the Geiger. So there you go. That's what we got, man. 3 little packages, and there's a lot in those little packages, but okay, we'll see you, Hidden. Very good. I'll go over and see what I can see on your channel there. Hey, 210, how are you? Well, what do you think, Mrs. Coin Crew? You actually had everything packed plus a little bit. So that was good. You did good, man. And Diane did a good job with hers. And I'm happy with what we have. In about, I don't know, another half hour, I'm going to go out and I got to check the butchering room and make sure everything's drying up, floor is drying up. I have an exhaust fan in there, but you have to leave the door cracked open a little bit so it has airflow going through. And then I have to go out there and shut it off and lock everything up. And then I'll go out in the morning, and just unlock the door so that when they come, they can open the door. I'll probably be around here, but I have tomorrow afternoon. Well, the reason we went out for lunch today was because we have one of our buddies, military buddies from the 12th Special Forces Group. He came up from Kansas City and spending some time up here with one of the other guys that was on the teams down there. I was in headquarters detachment for a battalion, and those guys were in, God, what were they? Bravo Company? Yeah, I think they were in Bravo. Yeah, they might have been in Bravo Company. But they were stationed out at Richards-Gebaur Air Force Base, South Kansas City, which is where battalion was at. Battalion headquarters was at. And then, I don't know if they were Alpha Company or Bravo Company, 1st Battalion. No, Alpha Company was over in St. Louis, so they were still part of B Company, I believe. And then I became part of B Company when we moved from Kansas City up to Arlington Heights, Illinois, or up to Bolingbrook where we lived. And our company headquarters and the rest of the teams were in Arlington Heights. And that's where the group headquarters, service company, signal company, the 77th MI, 305th SIOP, we're all up there at, it was an old Nike Hercules missile site is what it was. Long been deactivated. The silo was still there, but missiles were gone. And that's where we were stationed at, because we were in the United States Army Reserves. And so I joined my team up there. I was on 124. And when they shook up the teams, I moved to 121, which was a training team. So I got to train new people coming in. And then finally I moved over into my career and took over the team sergeant slot for ODA 122. Or as they called it in later years, 1222. God, they didn't make everything more confusing when they shook up the teams, but that's what it was, guys. That's where we were at. I got out of the Army in 1983. I got married. I joined the 12th the same day I got out by ETS, and came home, got married, moved to Kansas City. That very next month, I was at drill down at Richards-Gebaur. And I was also enrolled in DeVry University. It's a school of technology is what it was. DeVry bought it from Bell and Howell, and then I'm not real sure how long DeVry lasted after that, but I don't think they're still around anymore. Anyway, I started working for the federal government up there and doing electronics, of course. And then after 2 years of electronics, ground electronics, I started working on Huey helicopters and Kiowa helicopters, UH-1H and OH-58s. I think we had one Cobra AH-1 and one UH-60. And the fixed wing aircraft, the King Airs and the Queen Airs, were leased out to Beechcraft, and they did the maintenance on them. So that was contracted out. But the rest of us were all military people that worked on the helicopters. And we had general mechanics. We had engines, guys that specialized in engines, transmissions, tail rotor gearboxes. We had guys that specialized in just nothing but batteries. We had guys nothing but just sheet metal. We had guys that did nothing but props and rotors. Then we had test pilots. So yeah, it was a big operation, especially with um, annuals on aircraft. Uh-oh. Well, we don't want to look. We don't want to listen to that, so we'll just call them back later. It's not somebody I recognize, so I don't need to talk to them, and they don't need to talk to me. But yeah, big operation. What did we have for aircraft? My God, 15 OH-58s. How many Hueys we had in the 30s or 30s something? Hueys, UH-1s, and I forget how many fixed wing aircraft we had. I never worked on them, so I didn't keep track of them. The only thing I ever did with fixed wing aircraft is jump out of them, civilian wise. Well, military too, I guess. Sorry, I did jump out of them in the military. That's the way that goes. All right, I got to put my knife away and try and find the sheath there and carry it on my left side because my right side has something else on it. It's not sharp, but it does cause as much damage or more. Okay, so I'm going to do is I'm going to get up and pull this table back. My wife still isn't home from work yet, so I'm kind of wondering what's going on. We're going to pull that back. We're going to move that back and over. We're going to move this back and out of the way. We are going to move this over and up so you can see my ugly face. And then I'm going to go like this and put my feet up. Oh, God, that feels good. Actually got up at 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning. Went out to the shed. And I told you I started, I was vacuuming out the butchering room, getting everything cleaned up and ready to go. And went out this morning and finished that. It took about an hour and got it ready for them guys to come when they were going to hang deer or start butchering. And then I got ready and left for lunch with the boys. And we have a pretty diverse group of guys. We got me and Dan. We're in the, me, 12th group, Special Forces. And then I worked for the federal government as a civilian, working on radios and night vision goggles and that kind of stuff. And then Dan, who was in the reserves in the 12th group, out of the 5th group. I was out of the 10th group, and he was out of the 5th group. And he became once he got out of the active army, he became a sheriff's deputy up in, Minnesota, south of the cities, southwest of the cities, one of the burbs up there. And then he retired from that and then moved back down here to Iowa. Then we have Pat Kleckner, who was in the 82nd Airborne. That's where he came out of. Then he went to the Q course, the SF qualification course. And then he joined the 12th group. And I knew he was with me up in B Company, 1st Battalion up in Arlington Heights. And then when he got out of the active army, because he was in the reserve of the 12th, he became an FBI field agent. And he was an FBI agent in South Dakota and Colorado, primarily concerned with missing Indigenous women, but other cases, but that was his primary. And now he's retired from that. Dan's retired. I'm retired. Who else do we have? We have John Steyer. My neighbor was a younger guy. He's in his 50s, 40s, 50s, late 40s, early 50s. He was 82nd, and then got out. That's just it. So we have an 82nd veteran. We have Jack, who got out of the Army, but he was a helicopter UH-1H crew chief. We have Tim, whom I haven't met yet. He's been with out to lunch here one time, but I don't know his story at all. And then we have Kim, another neighbor of mine, but across the section. He'd be about 60 right now, I think. And he was a UH-60 pilot with 101st Airborne, or Air Assault. They're no longer airborne, haven't been for a long time, but they kept the name because of their history. But they are an air assault division, basically. So he's a UH-60 pilot with them. And then who else we got, man? Oh, we got Dwight. He was a LRP, Long Range Reconnaissance Patrol, with the 2nd Battalion, 75th Rangers. And who else have we got in our diverse little group there? But anyway, Randy Keene came up from Kansas City to visit, and he's staying at Dan's house. And so we went out to lunch with him today, and we visited Sergeant Major Galen Kittleson's gravesite. And you may know the Sergeant Major from his exploits in World War II and Vietnam. He kind of sat out Korea. And then his work with the Alamo Scouts after he retired from the Army. He started a Explorer Scout group up here for kind of troubled kids that I was a scoutmaster for. Dan was a scoutmaster for, and I believe Pat was also. And John Steyert helped with that. And we've had quite a diverse group of people right up here. So we went out and visited his gravesite, and then tomorrow evening, 5 o'clock or so, I got to be over to Dan's. So I got a little bit of a drive to get over there, 40 minutes to get over there. And we're going to do a chili deal. Maybe watch some football. I don't know. Smoke cigars. Those guys are going to drink. That's what I should do. I'll get a 12-pack of non-alcoholic beer and take over. I had one today at lunch. I thought it was pretty good. Made by Exile Brewing Company up in Wisconsin. It was actually pretty good. I can't remember the name of it anymore. It started in Des Moines, Iowa, back in the early 1900s. It was a lady that started it, and I guess she had a good beer. And Exile took over the brewing. Might have got the recipe. I don't know, bought it or whatever. Anyway, whatever deal they worked out. Actually, the non-alcoholic is pretty good beer. So I can imagine that the beer was pretty good at one time too, and maybe still is, for all I know. Like I say, I quit drinking last September, so 15 months, whatever. Do I miss it? Nah, not really. Miss the taste a lot. I miss the taste. That's why I'll have a non-alcoholic beer every once in a while, just for the taste again. But no, I don't really miss the all the other things that come with drinking. I did discover one thing though. Drinking calmed me down. You know how it'll amp up some people and they want to fight every fucking thing? I'm just the opposite. It calms me right the fuck down. I don't really want to fight. And I don't want to get into an argument. I don't want to do nothing when I'm drinking. Turn into a big fucking lush teddy bear. So I did discover that my temper is starting to show a little more. And so we have to work on that. All right, what do you got, guys? Hidden took off. Okay. Hey, Dennis, how are you, buddy? You collect Canadian too, don't you, Dennis? Say yay or nay. I thought you did. Because I have extra of some things that we might be able to trade back and forth. I have, like I say, you know, my fish scale nickels, the little nickels. I have 1918, 1920, 1907. I have two of. 1901, I have three of, or two extra. 1902, I have one extra. 1902H, I have one extra. 1907, I have one extra. 1872H, I have one extra. And an 1882H, I have one extra. And then when it comes to large pennies or large cents, I have quite a few of those extra. 1892, 1911, 12, 13, 16 especially, 17, 18, and 19. I have extra ones of. So, Dennis, do you collect Canadian, correct? I think you do. I got quite a few, but most everything I have is just a one thing. The only thing I have more of than anything are Voyager dollars. Because there's so many different years of Voyager dollars. And I do have the half ounce silver 2015. The first Special Service Force commemoratives. I have 22 of the 2015s. Why? Oh, I bought a tube. That's why I bought a tube. The guy didn't want to sell one. He wanted to sell a tube. So I bought a tube. So if anybody knows of anyone who has a 2013, hold up a sec, got to sneeze. Excuse me. There's going to be another one coming here shortly. A 2013 1/2 ounce silver Canadian First Special Service Force commemorative coin. I need one. Then after that, we'll work on the golds because I have 3 gold ones I'm missing for Sizable sum of money, I imagine that's going to be. I have 2/10 ounces I'm missing and 1/4 ouncer I'm missing. So, but those are the gold ones. I'm gonna work on the silver ones first. And I had a problem with my wood burning stove, guys. I have an outside wood burner, and it's a hydroponic. So you got it's heating up the water jacket, and the water is being pumped into the house and then back out. It goes through a radiator in my furnace, and the furnace fan blows the heat up, and also in my water heater, but that is just convection heat. So I got the hot water tube that runs in the middle of it, and then my hot water from my tap goes around it, and that's for my hot water. So I don't have to run the electric water heater. Well, I was having a problem with my stove. There's no fan on the door to blow air into the fire. There's just a flap on there that's operated on a thermostat and a relay. It opens and closes. I couldn't get the damn thing to open. And there's a fuse under that cover, so I took that off, tested the fuse. Fuse is good. Flapper wouldn't work. Set the temperature. I had the temperature set at 170 for water temperature. That's when the flap closes and the fire dies. When it gets down 10 degrees below that, then the flap opens and then air comes in, the fire burns hotter. What the problem is that the flap wouldn't open. My water temperature, the thermostat said it was like 196 degrees. And it wouldn't let the flap open. I couldn't figure out why. Over on the side, it's got a switch. It's got a clean start, and it's got wood, and then it's got wood plus gas, and then it's got another setting. When I started it a few days ago, I left it on clean start, and the flap just would not open. Creosote up the ass in there. Water temperature got high. So once I discovered that yesterday, turned the switch back. I let the fire burn down, let the temperature come down in the water. I'm back down to 130 some degrees, so I put wood in tonight. My flap was working last night, so I fired her up again tonight, and we'll see in the morning if it worked well all night or not. But you talk about a dumbass right here. Should never have put it on clean start to start with. Should just left it on wood, started it just like that. But live and learn, I guess. I'm going to have to get the book out and start doing some reading again. Oh, God. I'm going to tell you, folks, those 3 packages, it was nice seeing Randy today. I'll see him tomorrow again. But there's other guys I haven't seen for a long time. But I am real happy with these 3 packages. I knew it was coming, but man, oh man. After deer season, and everything is butchered and in pails out in the cooler and just waiting to go to the lockers to get processed, because everybody wants different stuff. So some guys want bratwurst, they want bratwurst with cheese. Some guys want just snack sticks. Some guys want breakfast sausages. Just all kinds. So you guys, we will cut it up. We will grind it and put it into pails. Well, first off, we're going to weigh it. So we'll have a total amount of meat. And we'll ask who wants loins, who don't want loins, blah, 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 or back straps. And then here, you get this many back straps. You take them and do what you want with them. I don't care. Cut them into jerky, cut them into steaks, butterfly, and whatever you want to do with them. They're yours. All right. That amount of meat, that weight of meat comes out of the hamburger meat. Okay. So everybody's going to get the same amount of meat per license. That's just the way it goes. whether you shot a big one, little one, don't matter. You're getting the same amount of meat. It's averaged out over the whole grill. So if you take loins, if you take back straps, if you take roasts, all that will come out of your ground meat. That's all portion of the total weight. And then we'll divide that all up. And then the hamburger, that all gets ground up too, or gets divided up too, and then it gets ground. And then if you want to put pork in with it, then you have to bring your pork to put in with it, or your beef tallow, or whatever you want to put in with it. I have beef tallow out there yet. I still got to put beef tallow in. And I don't think they're going to give me any meat because I didn't hunt, but I think I mentioned you guys are going to leave me some meat to make jerky out of this year, aren't you? And so they were talking about it. So we'll see how much they leave me. But if I'm going to make hamburger, I have beef tallow to put in. It's either that or I'm going to take it out of the freezer and dump it. It's been in there a couple years. But good beef tallow, leaf lard, that works too. You have to have some kind of lard in with your deer because deer doesn't have much fat in the meat. They have fat on the outside of the meat. So it's not marbled like beef or edible fat like pork. So all the fat that's on deer gets cut off and thrown away. It gets fed to my nephew Josh's dogs because he's still got a bunch of dogs he raises and his coon dogs. So they all get fed all the deer carcasses, all the scrap stuff. They eat good for a few weeks. And I don't know what I'm going to do. My wife, like I told you, my wife hit a little Bambi in a car. So I butchered that one myself. I got a few steaks out of it and a little hamburger, but nothing serious. I have more meat in the freezer. I don't really need any more meat. I would like to make some jerky, though, this year. Because I think I'm out of jerky. I might have some jerky left, but I doubt it. That seems to go real quick. Dennis, do you collect Canadian coins? Hi, Dove Season 91. I didn't see you come in. I did not see you come in until I just saw that. Dennis, you collect Canadian, correct? I didn't see anybody else up tonight, so that's why I decided to do this instead of tomorrow night after I got home from Dan's place, because it would have been late then. And usually Wednesday morning is Supreme Ginger Stacker, so we'll see what happens tomorrow morning. I just have to go out and open up the shop for the guys so they can get in there and open up the door. And then after I'm done streaming, then I'll go out and see if they need any help. And then I'll give a little instruction, but and guys don't clean up near as well as I'd like to have them clean up. They just don't. So, got to give them some instruction. Come this summer, we're going to have to power wash the walls in there because I have to turn off the electricity in there and tape bags up around all the outlets. That's why I put all the outlets on the ceiling or chest high on the walls so I can wash down the walls and the floor. But now I got to wash from ceiling to floor, so I have to put some plastic bags around the outlets and turn off power. And I have to run a drop cord in to run the power washer. So that's what we got going on there. Anyway, I got told that my little woods down here was holding quite a few bucks this year. They said there had to be 35 or 40 bucks in there, little to big. They said, well, I'm going to tell you what, dudes, they don't live here. Not all of them. Because the guys that have been out here bow hunting haven't shot anything, I don't think. I haven't texted them yet to find out, but I don't think they shot anything. And they're looking for bigger ones bow hunting. So I know there was one big one running around here. Just from reports that I got from my wife driving to work. Yeah, he had a doe locked down in a ditch and he was standing on the road. And from, half a mile around here, you get reports from people. And so there was one good one running around here. I don't know how many little ones there were. I saw little ones all summer, but I kind of want them guys to let them go. Anything from 3-year-old on down, if they haven't got any weight to their bodies, don't take them. Let them live for 4 or 5 years, get some weight built up on them, and then take them. Either that or take a big old doe. Take a big doe, and there's some big ones around here. I will take a big doe over a little bitty buck any day. Any day. But that's just me. There are guys that hunt nothing but horns. They don't care how big the horns are. If it's got horns, they shoot it. Hi, everyone and all. You got like 10 what, man? You got like, I got like 10. Oh, 10 likes. Ooh, cool, man. I think that's the most likes I've got. Well, no, not the most, but we're getting close, man. Getting close. I don't get a lot of likes. There's only 150, 60 subscribers, so I ain't that many. But, I like making videos just to tell you guys what the hell I'm doing. It's not like I do a lot of racing or, we tried that. We tried to do some racing, and I'll try that with Ginger every once in a while, or if Meg comes up on Friday or whatever. But or if Brad V's got an open panel, I'll come up. Yeah, sliver. But I don't do a whole lot of racing, and I don't do any auction of my stuff. Just haven't never done it. Could try it, I guess, but I don't know. Farmer and Tule, we're auctioning, Coin Crew auctions. God, who else? T, Raven, Hawk, Durbin. Oh man, there's so many auctions that. Who's that other guy? Shit, I can't think of his name. But there's a lot of auctions too, so not particularly excited about that either. I know I participated. I bought a lot of stuff at auctions, but for me doing it, I just rather make the videos and tell you guys what's going on. This late in life, I don't need to start another business. I got other shit to do. And when I was laid up for that year with my ankle down there, I was sitting in front of the computer all the time, all day, every day. I could go to the bathroom, my bedroom, and the kitchen, and right here, and that was it. And I had to use a knee scooter to do that. So, yeah, I became really immersed in the coin community. It was great, a great bunch of people, and I interacted with a lot of people, made some friends, man, made some real friends. So I enjoy doing this for you guys. I would like to see videos from other people, um, not just about coins, but about their hobbies and their lives and just everything. I don't know. I just like hearing, talking to people. I don't know. Don't know. But as long as I keep buying stuff, as long as I keep going to auctions, as long as I keep stacking and collecting, I'll show you guys what I get. And we'll talk bullshit about what's going on. Not a whole lot going on in my life other than I cut wood, I split wood, I stack wood because I burn wood. I don't trap anymore per se. Weasels, that's about it. Um, Hunting if I can drive to it because I ain't walking. Mow grass, trying to improve this place. My wife thinks we need to sell this at some point and she wants to improve it. Okay, well, I guess we're doing that too. So, you know, not a lot going on in my life, but there are some things I think you'd be interested in, like starting up the forge and making knives. I could probably do that live from my phone and let you guys see. I mean, watching a forge heat up steel and watching me beat on it really ain't a whole lot of fun for more than 10 or 15 minutes. So doing a whole long video on it, not a big thing. It's like the video I just put up about out in the shed they were skinning the other night. That was what, Sunday night? Yeah, Sunday night. Um, that video is only what, 10 minutes long, something like that. It'll hold your interest for that long. But going on an hour, hour and a half of me just sitting here bullshitting, nobody likes to see that shit. So sometimes I just like to hear myself talk. I think my wife told me that. You just like to hear yourself talk. Everyone and all. What is that? I'm on my. Mm, I don't know what those last three words are. I don't. I'm on my phone. Phone? I don't know. You're on your something. You're on your something. UQ SLBE EBLS. Don't know what that is. Yeah, on something. All right. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Wednesday. Wednesday is Durban auction at what, 5? If he even has an auction. I think it's 5. So probably won't be at the auction unless I'm on my phone. At the same time, I'm over at Dan's. I'm supposed to be over there at 5. So gonna be tough. Gonna be tough. And then ginger in the morning, but I also got deer I got to be out there helping with. So, I mean, I shouldn't have to help. I didn't shoot any of them, but you kind of want to keep control of how shit's going out there. Because Guys won't clean up shit unless you make them clean up shit. They don't do a good enough job, so I have to ride herd on these guys. Anyway, I like to keep things pretty clean in my butchering room. Clean and sanitized. Don't need anybody getting sick in there. But it's a nice room. Stainless steel, tin everywhere. All the outlets are on the ceiling. I think I have 1, 2, 3 outlets that are chest height. But the one outlet, 220 outlet for my actual, it's a kitchen stove, glass top kitchen stove with an oven and everything. That sits in one corner. That one has a 220 outlet that's down about waist high. And that one you got to watch out for if you're going to be spraying water around in there. So that's why I would put plastic over the outlets, and I would also turn the power off if I'm going to power wash in there. But so you got to watch all that stuff. And I have a exhaust fan that I want them to turn on and leave the door open just a little bit to let the air flow through there and dry everything out for the night. But then I have to go down there and shut everything up again and shut everything off after they've all gone home. So, and who cleans out the drains after they're all done of all the gook and cleans out the gutters? Me. Nobody else does it. I have an oil water separator outside. That's where all the drains run into, and it drains into there. The water goes out under the pipe goes out into a field tile, goes down through the field and gets distributed there. So nothing big can go down the drain. And so I have to remind them all the time because I have screens on the drain and everything. You can't put anything big because you'll clog them up. And if you clog them up, you're the one's going to be unclogging them. And stuff won't go through a field tile and it won't go down through the my drain through the floor. That's PVC. That's smooth. It could probably get out there, but if it gets into the oil water separator and it floats, it can get out into the field tile. If it falls to the bottom, that's no problem because I can clean that out. But if you're going to put big crap down in there and that clogs up a field tile, guess who's paying for that? Ain't going to be me fucking digging up that tile and replacing it. So yeah, you got to ride herd on them guys. Otherwise, they'll try and put everything down the goddamn drain they can. They won't clean as well as they should. It's just, I have to make them use sanitizer. They'll use soap and water, but they won't use sanitizer. So I get a quaternary sanitizer from the restaurant I used to work at, washing dishes part-time when I retired. So I wash dishes for a restaurant. And they use quaternary sanitizer. So now I buy it from them. I have them order me an extra one. And I got a couple gallons sitting around. All you got to do is put a splash in the water and, use that for your final cleaning on all the surfaces. And use that for the final rinse. You got to wash, you got to rinse, and you got to sanitize. After you sanitize, don't rinse them again. Just put them on the goddamn shelf or on the racks to dry. That's all you got to do. But you think they'll do that? No, you got to be down there and ride herd. All right, guys, I'm going to end this. It's been real close to an hour and a half, and I'm going to go outside and check my shit and be done. So live, love, and be happy. All right. And I also want to show you the other thing you've become accustomed to. We want you to right here. Live free or die. And that's what we do by hunting deer. We are self-sufficient, self-sustaining. Plant your own garden, learn about wild edibles, do some harvesting. This spring we'll do a little bit of harvesting of ramps. I might do a little video on that. But then we'll do mushrooms. Ramps and then mushrooms. So, okay, guys, we will see you later. Out here.